Yeah. It's a full-time job with no benefits. Too many ego, too many fits. Count money with a side of stress.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Still Khalil, back with another video. Today we got internet anarchist, internet anarchist. Yeah. Nigga cannot read. I have dyslexia. I can read, by the way, first of all. If y'all thought this nigga was just dumb, he can't read. I got a really good high Q. See? I just have dyslexia, bro. Anyway, shout out to all the Gleaners. That's what I call my twins and the friends that's locked in. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And let's get to today's video, man. I told y'all we live, bro. We talk about the end of Johnny Somali and how this nigga is a nuisance to the whole motherfucking world. And more specifically when he went to China and Japan, I believe. So I know a lot of people don't know who the fuck this nigga is, but let's figure out what happened with him and why he is no more. And why you don't have to do this because you are a Khalil, and when you get on, you're gonna stay on. But that's what we talking about. I'll lay out. Let's get it to it.
The most hated streamer in the world cannot stop making things worse for himself. From dancing shirtless in public, to cursing at and threatening the judge handling his case.
Judge, prosecutor, y'all can suck my dick. Yeah. Suck off. Causing anxiety by carrying a fish. Tell the judge you can suck my dick. Bring a fish to your mother's house. I don't care.
Johnny's on a one-man mission to self-destruct, and at this rate, it won't be long before the phrase digging your own grave comes with a picture of Johnny as its definition. The last time I talked about him, he was claiming to be a conduit of evil, someone who's willing to do whatever his viewers ask him as long as they give him money.
If you want to see anarchy, if you're an anarchist, and you want somebody that is going to crash out with no remorse, with no sense of self-worth, with no sense of self-preservation, I will be your man.
Unfortunately for
Off topic, but this is how a lot of your favorite rappers get signed. Y'all wonder why they was not on that type of time until they signed that contract. Now they out here talking about some rah-rah, spray all that. You know what I mean? There you go. There you have it. CIA gonna come get me. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
everyone else, he wasn't lying. He's since spiraled into even further degeneracy, willing to cross any moral line just so he can cling on to the little relevance he has left. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Korean authorities are now investigating him for a crime so disgusting, it overshadows everything else he's done so far.
Ramzi Khalid Ismail is under police. He has been, and this has been referred to the prosecutor, serious consideration of child sexual harassment.
Oh, no.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today, we're taking yet another look at the train wreck that is Johnny Somali. How he's somehow found a way to sink even lower than before, and in a twist that defies all logic, how his vile actions are paradoxically paving the way for a better reality everywhere else. But until that positive change happens, everyone is stuck dealing with a guy like Johnny, who decided that he wasn't charged with enough crimes already and started harassing other streamers to add one more offense to his name.
Nana, what's up? Somali! Nana Somali! No! Nana Somali!
Go away, go away.
He stream sniped a creator known as Slightly Homeless and approached him without warning just to be a part of his content.
What the? What? Where?
Yo!
Where?
Switch the camera around!
Where?
Stream sniping is weird to me because it's like, so you know I'm in the music industry, right? So like stream sniping seems like the equivalent of I'm on stage performing and then your ass come on stage and bring a motherfucking microphone and start singing over me, trying to get motherfuckers to know this you too. That's what stream sniping seems like to me, and that's some shit niggas get their ass beat for. I just want, you know what I'm saying? It's been successful for a lot of niggas. That shows that the streaming community is, you know what I'm saying, a little bit different. But in the music industry, if you did some shit like this, you're probably not gonna be able to do nothing else for a very long time. That's all I'm saying. That's why even when I'm supposed to be on stage with people, and people like, so a lot of my shows recently have been me with somebody else. And so people have not been booking me for my own personal show because they think I'm just like a boring like side character or whatever. Because that's the role I play when I'm on stage as a guest of somebody else's. I don't do all that. Yeah, I'm trying to take over the crowd shit. Because they take it wrong. If they wasn't taking it wrong now, this is what I'm saying. It don't have to be that way. I could do it. But what happens was, I used to do that. And then you hear them talk about, man, this nigga trying to steal the show. Then you know, because people do like that. People will enjoy it. People will say, who is that nigga? And then motherfucker, the main nigga is like, man, y'all ain't asking about me. Why y'all ain't talking about me? Why y'all keep saying about this nigga? He ain't even, you know what I'm saying? They start trying to hate. I'm like, he ain't even got no J's. He ain't got no hoes. He ain't got this. You know what I'm saying? And then they start trying to take it out. Now your fans is like, maybe he don't got all that for no reason. When all they had to do was just let your ass shine too. But see, that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm doing YouTube. Anyway, let's get to the video.
Where's the camera?
Wait. You're setting me up. This is a setup. Hey, you're gonna get me killed, dude.
Slightly Homeless knew exactly who Johnny was and wanted no part of him. But when he tried to walk away, Johnny began chasing him through the streets like a lunatic.
Nothing is too late. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. You're just following me. I gotta go. I gotta go, dude. Dude, I don't have no. Dude, get the.
From there, he kept stream sniping Slightly Homeless to find his location and show up wherever he went, all while harassing Slightly Homeless's girlfriend, a Japanese streamer, Nana, as well.
Nah, so you get your ass beat for both of those things. Now, the internet has made niggas way too comfortable with disrespecting people, and I'm gonna leave it at that, bro. Who said that? I think fucking.
Nana, what's up? Somali! Nana Somali! No! Nana Somali!
Go away, go away. Go away, go away.
Why you acting like you are?
Go away, go away, go away.
Nana, high five.
Go away, go away.
Nah, that's mad disrespectful, cuz. First of all, you stream sniping me. So you're getting on stage while I'm performing, trying to tell everybody how good you are too. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? And now you're trying to talk to my girl and you ain't even acknowledge me. You're just gonna walk straight to my girl and call her your last name? Oh no, yeah. Oh, so this way I'm gonna have to, okay. I'm gonna have to get my nerves together before I start streaming because I don't know how, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little too aggressive sometimes. That's why I try to stay calm. That's why I see me, you know what I'm saying? Stay calm and peace. Because if I get too riled up, I ain't gonna say too much, man. We on the internet. We on live.
Go away. Go away, go away, go away.
When they refused to entertain his stalking, he went full maniac mode and started hurling extremely inappropriate and derogatory terms at Nana.
Remember when I told you Nakadashi?
Oh! Simoy.
Why are you saying that?
The only way they got away from Johnny was by taking shelter in a police station.
Johnny Somali stalking.
Something Johnny responded to by threatening to slap Nana and stalk her again the next day.
Let Nana come, I'll slap the fuck out of that bitch in front of her boyfriend, nigga. Give a fuck.
You mean I'm on that bitch tomorrow?
That's gotta be a crime or something. You can't just say I'm gonna slap the bitch on live. Like, that's gotta be some kind of crime, right? I'm not a criminal, so I don't really know too many of the crimes out here, but I'm pretty sure that's one of them. Like, I don't think you can just go around threatening to slap people. Like, I think that's gonna be like one of them things on the list. It should be if it's not. That's all I'm saying.
Nana's live, I'm on that bitch.
That's basically the story.
Do you think you stop me? If Nana's live, I'm on that bitch tomorrow.
Is your child's education suffering because of video games? I honestly didn't realize how bad it had gotten.
Fortunately, they managed to file a police report, resulting in Johnny getting slapped with yet another misdemeanor. However, this did little to stop Johnny, since, in his mind, he's done nothing wrong.
What you talking about? Where's Nana? Is Nana outside? Is Nana outside? They told the judge this was twerk.
is this nigga on drugs or is he mentally challenged? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to say too much. I'm a little mentally challenged myself, so I get it if he is. But this seemed like a combination of a lot of things. Like, it seemed like drugs. Then it seemed like he did have some mental illnesses before he did the drug. Now he got a little bit more after the drug. And now he, he's fighting with his own personal sexuality maybe, or something's going on to where this man is acting in this way. Because he grown, ain't it? This is a grown-ass man, right? That's what I want to know. I'm just trying to figure out this not no little-ass kid in a big man body. This a grown-ass man out here behaving in this manner. Okay, that's you know what I'm saying? We get into the nitty-gritty.
Get on the bus. This was twerking. How is that a crime?
But when you do that on strangers, that's harassment. Congratulations. Dude is completely losing it because he's slowly realizing his actions actually have consequences.
He even doubled down, went to a convenience store, and started blaring loud music, disrupting their business. Mind you, this is the same crime he's already being charged for already. Then, after getting home, he called the local police department to discuss the report Slightly Homeless filed against him, and with the help of Hank, tried to claim that the report was false.
조니 소말리랑 지금 어떤 연락을 받으신 거예요?
누가 Johnny가
네.
뭐를 했다고 하면서 거짓으로 신고를 했어요.
As if the police would just believe their word and drop the case immediately. Though maybe he genuinely believed something like this would happen, because when it didn't, he became furious and started cursing at the officer on the phone.
Shut the fuck up, you ass.
And as if that wasn't enough, the very next day he was
he just used the hard ER word. I'm saying. Because people be thinking just because you got the sin color that you a part of the team, and people would think just because you ain't got on no J's that you ain't. And so y'all will let niggas like this be in the group rather than a nigga like me just because I wasn't wearing no J's, just because I ain't had no fucking, you know what I'm saying, just because I wasn't on the block with the ops. You know what I'm saying? I still know better than this bullshit. I still can rap, nigga. I can still beat, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I ain't talking about that. Because I got my own label now, but I ain't worried about y'all niggas. Bitch ass motherfucker. Anyway, I don't do that. I don't do none of that. I'm a very good guy. I love everybody, and I always want to spread love and peace and kindness. It's a kid crying, so we got to start the video again.
Out on the street, twerking in nothing but his boxers.
This is harassment. This nigga is showing. That's why I be saying people, when I was fat, I know I'll be going off on tangents, but look, when I was fat, I had fat everywhere. So I didn't wear things like this, and you know what I'm saying, the shorts that I have on now, I didn't wear stuff like that because even my existence would be harassment because I'm showing parts of the body that shouldn't be out, that I don't even know is out. They just jiggling out on their own, you know what I'm saying? So I respected people around me by not dressing like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the new people is telling everybody nowadays where you can just do whatever you want and it don't matter, but then you can be upset when you see something you don't like. Okay. But this is harassment. You got your thing, you know what I'm saying? You accentuating your print or lack thereof, or you know what I'm saying? So make it make sense, man. I'm trying to help you, but I can't. I will not be on his PR team at all. I don't care how much they pay me. That's gonna be a headache, nigga. I cannot deal with it.
All while telling others to call the police.
Call the police right side right now, nigga.
Call the police. Call the police now. Call the police right now.
But when the police did show up to arrest him again, he began panicking and started resisting arrest. However, while he was arrested, an officer dropped him back at home just a few hours later, which he was quick to brag about on Discord. What he fails to realize is that the Korean authorities are letting him roam free for a reason. Now, this is just a theory, but according to some rumors, the Korean officials are letting him do whatever he wants on purpose, just to let him stack up even more charges, which would make it much easier to lock him up for good.
Y'all heard that, right? Alright, now think about what I just said earlier. About how your favorite rapper is doing these things and y'all like, oh, why do they get away with it? These niggas out here getting to the money. How come they never go to jail? How come this? How come that? The C.I. motherfucking... I'm not gonna tell y'all again, bro. They letting them do this shit so they can keep stacking up shit, so they can have a big ass, cause you know they keep sending y'all little ass shits. You keep getting out, talking about, yeah, I'm big now. They can't hold me for that little ass shit. No, they can't hold me. So they learned that. They started thinking about that. Okay, we can't hold them for that little shit. We sure can't. You're right. But we can hold them when we stack up and put a RICO in their ass and then send the feds out their ass with a 99% conviction rate. That's what we can do. So that's why they letting these niggas do the crimes, rap about the crimes, use crime money to promote the crimes, and influence other motherfuckers to do it. Because at the end of the day, the main motherfucker probably ain't gonna go to jail. The niggas, his fans that's following in his footsteps, doing all the fucking stupid ass crimes because they think you can just get away with the shit because my favorite rapper can. They gonna be going to jail. So your favorite rapper basically just sold y'all to the prison complex. And y'all ain't even know it. Anyway, let's get back to the end of the video, man. We don't talk too much.
Even if that's not the case, Johnny's already doing a fantastic job of incriminating himself, all while live streaming the evidence. As a comment on YouTube puts it, it's so weird seeing a dude document his own self-destruction and revel in every moment of discourse. You'd think that after being humiliated in front of the entire world and being so close to spending the rest of his life behind bars, that he'd finally learn his lesson. Maybe just to lay low for a while. But nope, Johnny keeps on doubling down, even going as far as threatening to R-word female officers while he was—
Hey, if your partner is being secretive with their phone, you need to do this now. Most people are
officers while he was detained for his obscene shirtless dancing.
They brought some females in Texas. They're lucky I don't just...
What makes this even worse is that this is far from the first time he's threatened to essay women.
That's what I be saying. So people be they be talking to me like I'm just a weirdo because I listen to things people say and I hold them accountable for these things. I don't let you just be like, it's just a joke. Like me, I make jokes all the time. But I don't constantly make the same type of joke that I don't want people to think is my type of vibe. If I'm making a joke over and over and over again, that's probably who the fuck I am. If I make a one-off joke that's like the exact opposite of who I am, then you know that's a joke type shit. Then you'd be like, he don't normally be like that, but he said it this time, so we can see that's a joke. But niggas be saying shit constantly. They be like, I'm trying to get some hoes there. I don't give a fuck what they say. I'm fucking. I don't get it. And they say these shits over and over again. And you start to think, these niggas is really about that. They really act, you know what I'm saying? They really don't take no for an answer. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is not a drill. You know what I'm saying? So that type of shit keep me away from niggas. That's why y'all don't see me hanging out with everybody in the music industry. I'm not trying to be buddy with everybody. Yeah, I know motherfuckers. Yeah, I got friends in this bitch. I could go there every event, every night. I could be backstage all the time. I know a lot of motherfuckers. But I don't know if I trust them just yet. I'm trying to feel them out. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
It's the same thing to female officers when he was in Israel.
Don't touch me. I slap that ass. I grab it too. Donald Trump told me grab it by the pussy. I grab that too.
And made even more vile threats against streamer Moxie.
Don't ever lie on my ass again, ugly ass guy. Oh my God. I swear to God, I got niggas.
That said, he does have a 200 IQ plan to avoid jail time, and this plan is to get a bipolar disorder diagnosis so he can plead insanity.
And that me and Hank are gonna go to a psychiatrist pretty soon and bring the paperwork. We're gonna go to a psychiatrist here in Korea and bring them the paperwork of that. And hopefully he said it can help my case because I am diagnosed as bipolar 2 in America.
And while mental health can be taken into account during sentencing in South Korean courts, it's unlikely to do Johnny any favors, since he's publicly admitted.
I don't like niggas that use these types of shits to get away with doing bullshit. Like, there's nothing wrong with being bipolar. There's nothing wrong with being ADHD, autistic, all this shit. There's nothing wrong with having mental illnesses. There's nothing wrong with, I make jokes about shit all the time. There's nothing actually wrong with this. But when you start doing things with your own volition and you know that it's wrong, but you know I have this thing that I could use as an excuse to get away with this shit, that's where I draw the line. Because now you using this shit as a ploy and you copping out, and then you're making it seem like everybody who has this mental illness or this ability or this whatever is capable of doing that shit off the wham just because. No, it's you chose to do that shit and you hiding behind this shit and you making everybody else with that shit look bad. We not gonna stand for it, nigga. Bitch ass motherfucker. Cause I got bipolar disorder, but I ain't out here doing that shit. I make YouTube videos. Sometimes I'm happy. Sometimes I'm yelling at y'all motherfucking ass. That's what bipolar look like when you're happy, when you're good, when you're kind, when we's all being kind to one another. Anyway,
doing all the terrible things he does simply for money.
Why are you being racist to other people in other countries? Why are you bullying people in other countries? For money, like,
For clout. I've said it many times. I don't give a I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a at all. Like, period. Like, put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a.
But even if you ignore everything he said before getting arrested in Korea, his behavior since then is more than enough to reveal the evil person he truly is. Because when he's not out harassing people on the streets or making disturbing threats towards women, he's on stream trying to intimidate the Korean government by claiming he'll turn himself into a bioweapon.
Korea does not let me out of Korea. I'm telling you right now. It is a danger to the Korean women. I have had so much sex with Korean women while I've been locked. I don't get any STD tests and I make sure to spread whatever.
I ain't trying to say he ain't getting no hoes, but who is looking at this man and going, yeah, I want to fuck? And I was gonna say he might be able to pay for it, but he ain't really been able to bring in as much money as he used. Cause so either he is going broke every day to get some pussy, which I don't recommend, or he lied. And he lied in a way that's gonna get him more time. So I don't think people understand the needs for lie. Cause I ain't never saying lying is bad. I'm saying I'm your big brother now. I'm not daddy. I'm not uncle. You know what I'm saying? Lying sometimes can be good. But if you're gonna lie, you gotta lie in a way that don't make things worse. Because what was the point of the lie? You should have just told the truth if you was gonna deal with consequences. If you was gonna go and get in trouble and get hurt anyway and go to jail anyway, you might as well just told the truth. But you lied in a way that's gonna give you more time, which is never the case. You should never lie to make your situation worse. Who teaching y'all how to lie out here, man? Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I need to become a Khalil the other day, man. Like, share, subscribe. I teach you how to lie real good. No, I'm just playing. I don't be lying. I'll be lying sometimes. I don't lie.
Is there a Christian alternative to Instagram? Stick around and find out. For Christians scrolling through Instagram,
whatever I have to all of these Korean women.
These threats are obviously nothing more than the idiotic ramblings of a man desperate to create drama, but as many on the internet hope for, maybe the Korean government should take them more seriously. At this point, he is a risk to the public health and safety. That's bioterrorism and could mark him as an enemy of the state. I do hope the Korean police and court system takes this seriously. Hypotheticals aside, it's clear the Korean authorities have no plans to let Johnny walk away scot-free, because as it turns out, they've launched yet another investigation into his past actions. This time for a crime far more serious than being obnoxious in a store or harassing people on the street.
Here's a new spicy charge. Take some time. Let this sink in.
This goes back to when Johnny visited the Lotte World theme park in Seoul. There, he left his Bluetooth speaker on, allowing donors to play any audio they wanted on it. And this was just as disastrous as you might expect. At one point during the stream, while surrounded by families, the text-to-speech on his speaker started repeating a disgusting Korean phrase, which essentially translates to "I want to have blank with children." Now, he might try to argue that he doesn't understand the language, so he was completely unaware of what it meant. However, that argument falls apart quickly when you realize Park employees repeatedly begged him to turn the speaker off. Yet he kept refusing, claiming it was just his quote ringtone.
So right here is where I have to step in and say two things can be true. He could have not known that they was talking about that, and also still trying to keep it going because that's his stream. He's trying to make money. Now, I'm not saying it's good, but this is his mindset right now. I'm thinking. I can't speak for him, but I can try to help sometimes. So I'm thinking he might be in a situation where he like, this is the stream. They chose this song. I have to let it keep going on because they paying me to play this song. So if somebody challenges me to turn the song off, I'm not thinking that it's something really, really bad. I'm just thinking they don't want the song played. I'm Johnny Somali. I always get motherfuckers saying that they don't want me to do shit. Type shit. So he like, I'm going to go and have an excuse for it. Say that's my ringtone. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So the motherfuckers will leave me alone. He could still not know that it's talking about this bullshit. Like me, I don't know nothing about no other languages. But if I'm in this situation and I'm clout, that's why I don't clout chase. That's why I don't be out here doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I know how it works. I would have to stay locked in. I'm not letting nobody tell me to start turn my shit off. Fuck you think you talking to, nigga? I'm streaming. I'm a big streamer, nigga. Talking about, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I just did that. But let's go back.
Sorry, ringtone. So he's pretending it's his ringtone. He's not turning it down intentionally. Once again, willful negligence. Even if he doesn't understand the text, willful negligence around children.
He was calling me on the phone. Down. Okay, good. Okay.
He keeps it on full blast, by the way.
If convicted, this alone could add another 10 years to his prison sentence. But even that's not the end of his troubles.
In his defense, if I see somebody playing something that offensive, I'm not just gonna walk up and be like, turn it down, man. Come on. It's a little too loud. You know what I'm saying? You wanna fuck your kids a little too loudly. Make it a little more silent. No, I'm gonna be like, nigga, what the fuck you playing over here, bitch? You wanna fuck the kid? Weak ass pussy ass boy, get this nigga, man. Jack him up, man. Get him the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in with a little more energy so he know how serious it is. But this nigga was just like, keep it down, man. You know what I'm saying? You fuck kids in the back, not out front. That's what this nigga talking about. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, I like to look at all the situations. I don't like to just be like black and white. Sometimes it's an area of the shade of gray. TIP said that shit, you know what I mean?
Second trial was set for May 16th, 2025, and according to reports from people who attended the hearing, he was late yet again. But unlike last time, Johnny, quote, didn't have a smile on his face, which does make sense. Depending on the conviction, he can be sentenced to over 36 years in prison. While he's still putting on the act of being bold and unbothered, he's most likely starting to feel the weight of possibly spending the next few decades locked up in a foreign prison. A good example of this pressure is his change of mind about emulating Kanye. You see, he initially wanted to show up to court dressed in a black KKK robe similar to Ye.
Stop wasting your time with methods like e-commerce trading and SMMA. You're competing against people who already possess a significant...
Similar to Ye.
Think about the cake outfit at the court. Is that too crazy? The same one Kanye had.
He even went ahead and got one custom made before the hearing. But after talking about this plan for weeks and spending actual money on it, he decided not to wear it at the last minute. Knowing Johnny, the only reason he didn't go through with it was because he was scared of extending his sentence even further. And to make matters worse, there's nothing he could gain from being his unhinged self anymore. He's been perma-banned from high-paying platforms like Kick. So at this point, he's destroying his...
You got banned from Kick, you gotta be a wild boy. Ain't Kick the one where you can do whatever the fuck you want to do? When I thought about streaming, I was like, damn, where do I need to go? So I started looking at this shit. I was like, Twitch, they got, you know what I'm saying? It's a little too saturated over there. I come through as a new nigga on Twitch, I'm gonna be grinding way hard. I mean, niggas gonna be like, who the fuck is this nigga? He ain't my nigga. He ain't my bitch. He ain't my favorite. You know what I'm saying? So type shit. That's what I'm dealing with on Instagram. But then, so like, I was like, damn, where can I go? I can go to Kick. I can go to, I don't know the other one. But then I heard people talking about how Kick was where the bad motherfuckers go to do bad things. So I didn't want to be over there with them. And everybody would be like, what bad thing you finna do? And then when I don't do a bad thing, they be like, you let me down. You ain't a bad nigga. I never said I was. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you go over there, it's just like people assume that you are. And they're just waiting on that bad thing. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I always go on tangents. But look, I'm going to let y'all finish the rest of the video on y'all own, man. I'm going to get to the next one. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you made it to this part at the end of the video, you are a Khalil. That's why I call my friends and the twins that's locked in. This is a satisfying end to Johnny Somali. I don't like to look at the end of shit, but I do like to see where people go wrong and shit like that for my PR work. So, with that being said, no hate, no shade to your boy. If y'all fans of Johnny Somali, keep doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? That nigga might be going to jail, though. So, enjoy his time that you got with him as much as you can, because he making all the bad decisions. He want to go to jail is what I'm saying. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Peace.